This young Irish man moved to a new city and rented an apartment without viewing it. The rent was so cheap that he signed the lease immediately without taking a look first. Once he moved in, he discovered a strange feature in his new home. There was a secret hatch in the floor. What he found underneath, he definitely didn't expect. The apartment looks pretty normal otherwise. The Irish Daniel Carley moved to a new city and rented a cheap apartment without thinking twice about it. The apartment was small, but he didn't need much room anyway. Since the rent was so cheap, he signed the lease immediately without first viewing the apartment. Without thinking too much about it, he moved in. After a few days, he made a remarkable discovery. It was something that definitely hadn't been included in the lease. Daniel found a secret hatch in the floor. According to Daniel, his apartment is located in a building that used to be a monastery in the 19th century. The building is situated in the middle of England and has been renovated into a modern, yet small, apartment with high ceilings. The apartment is only a studio with a small mezzanine as a bedroom. Everything but the bathroom is in the same space: the kitchen, living room, hallway, and the bedroom. The studio apartment is equipped with a tiny functional bathroom, and it was right in front of the door to the bathroom that Daniel discovered the hatch. Daniel didn't expect to find anything special underneath the hatch, but he was very wrong. At first, Daniel figured the hatch led to some underfloor storage. The apartment was small, after all, so some extra storage space would be very handy. Yet, when he opened the hatch, he found something else completely. Underneath the hatch, he found sinister-looking stairs, which led to an actual dungeon. Not some storage space or a little cellar. No, the strange hatch led to an actual dungeon. Was this the dungeon where the 19th century monks stored their fresh products, or is there something more sinister going on? Daniel wasn't the first person to discover the dungeon because the walls are covered in graffiti, and there's some trash here and there too. The dungeon is made out of brick and a soft floor, but there are some tiled parts too. In one corner, there's a brick bench or bed. The function of it? Nobody knows. Daniel captured his adventure of discovering the dungeon on film and placed the video on YouTube. The video has been viewed by over 7 million people already, but no one has been able to provide a definitive answer as to what the dungeon was for. People do have all kinds of suggestions about what Daniel could do with the dungeon, though. Some people suggested criminal activities, but others figured Daniel could turn it into a so-called man cave or organize Halloween parties in there. What would you do if you found a dungeon like this underneath your home?